2022 was one of the most brutal years in recent history. And sure, you can argue that things were worse during the global illness, but we didn't truly feel the economical consequences until the beginning of this year. Inflation was at an all-time high of 9% back in June. Everything at the supermarket, the groceries are much more expensive. It's one of the reasons for those sky-high gas prices, and it's also the main reason why your wallet feels lighter and lighter at the end of every week. If you feel like you're struggling and barely staying afloat, you're not alone, as the numbers show that everybody is having a hard time. People have lost on average $9,000 in savings this year alone, and consumer credit has skyrocketed to its all-time high in 20 years. Where I'm going with this is that we are very close to reliving the nightmare that was in 2008. This time we have an advantage. We have the information that they didn't have back then, so this is why I decided to make this video. I'm going to show you 5 levels of ways and paths you can make money in 2023 to make sure you are financially stable during hard times. Now, if you're new to this channel and you're wondering yourself, who the hell is this handsome guy talking to the camera and why should I listen to him? Well guys, my name is Razvan Paraschiv. I'm a Russian mobster. I'm known on the streets as Baba Yaga, and there's a movie about my life called John Wick. Nah, I'm just kidding guys. I'm just a regular 20-year-old folk who has made his first 6 figures at the age of 18, his first $1 million in cash at the age of 19, and multiple millions ever after. And I'm gonna show you 5 ways that have helped me stay financially stable during the hard times especially. At the hardest level on our list, we have the never-ending hustle. As the title implies, it takes a ton of work to get to 10K a month, but the good thing here is that the barrier to entry is so low that virtually anyone can do it. This is if you have the work ethic and will to grind for days and days at a time without feeling like you need a break. If you choose this path to making $10,000 a month, which is not a small sum of money, you have to accept the fact that you have to say goodbye to the holidays, to the long weekends, to the late nights, and to the parties. Working comfortably for 8 hours a day in not the best paying job will not get you so far. And this is because working comfortably for 8 hours each and every single day, or clocking in, clocking out, will not get you to $10,000 per month. This is why I think the easiest way to get to $10,000 per month at this level is the gig economy. And if you don't know what the gig economy is, think of multi-billion-dollar apps like Instacart, where they deliver your groceries to your door with just a few clicks, Grubhub, where you can get food delivered to your door from any restaurant without having to put on pants, but perhaps you're more familiar with Uber, the giant who destroyed the taxi industry. And in order to get to $10,000 per month, Uber is the best choice, so let's run the numbers, shall we? Roughly, an Uber driver makes around $18 a day, and Uber puts a limit of 12 hours that you can work and drive each and every single day. In theory, you could work 12 hours a day, 365 days a year, and you could make just a little under $80,000 per year, or just a little over $6,500 per month. But wait, before you go on and click another Mr. Beast video for your entertainment, you have to remember that in order to hit $10,000 per month, we also have to work smart, not only hard. So we're gonna do Uber the smart way. A solid option here will literally be just moving to another city where Uber doesn't pay just $18 per hour on average. You see, in bigger cities like London, LA, New York, or Miami, an Uber driver makes an average of $30 per hour. If we do the math again with $30 per hour on average, this time you can hit your goal of making $10,000 per month just by working 12-hour days, 6 days a week, leaving you 1 day to decompress from the grind, go on a beach, and relax with your family. Now, if that sounds like a lot of work and you don't think you're willing to do that, then let's level up. Level 4 is gonna be gains behind your desk. Technology has changed the ways we interact with each other. It has opened a new world of possibilities, and the amount of money that those new technologies have created is obnoxious. In today's day and age, everyone and their grandmother has at least an iPhone or an Android phone. Everyone is glued to their screen, and most importantly, what's the first thing you do when you wake up? I would bet you check your phone. If you think about it, the amount of work it takes to keep those apps running 24/7 is insane. And what's even crazier is that there are not a lot of people skillful enough to keep them running, so this is where we come in. Learning how to code is probably the best opportunity if you like to make $10,000 per month sitting behind your desk. It's estimated that in the US alone, over $550,000 jobs will open in the tech industry in the next few years, so that's over 500,000 people that could benefit of this opportunity. The salary here can range anywhere from $100,000 to $120,000 per year, or just around $9,100 a month. If you build up your resume and get 1 or 2 years of experience, you can easily make more than $10,000 per month, all from the comfort of your desk. Most coders have an amazing work-life balance. In big companies, they get to work 3-4 hours a day and get paid like royalty. But the only downside I can think of is that coding is not for everyone. If you don't want to be tied behind your desk, then we need to level up our opportunity. You can make more than 10K a month just by growing your influence. I know the word influencer might sound a little bit weird to you because of some cringy teenagers making cringier videos, or some broke dudes posting pictures in in their Lamborghinis. But despite all those memes, the creator economy, it's a very good place to position yourself for the future, and I'm gonna show you why. According to a study published by Zia, which is one of the leading companies when it comes to influencer marketing, an average influencer, for example, somebody who has anywhere from 50,000 to 200,000 followers, on any given platform can earn anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 per sponsored post. Meaning that if you make just 4 to 5 sponsored posts each and every single month, you'll be well off on our $10,000 per month goal. This sounds like a dream. I mean, who wouldn't want to make $10,000 per month just taking some selfie with themselves and posing next to a protein bar or a protein shake? Who would say no to that? Now, the problem with this is that it's not really predictable. No one knows how fast you're going to be able to amass that following, and no one knows if brands are going to be able to sponsor you, if they're going to like your content, if they find you suitable. But more importantly, again, how much time are you going to have to post videos, are going to have to dance in front of the camera before starting to make any money? It's not impossible, though. There are millions of people out there who, because are dedicated, are passionate about what I do, and they just like to be in front of the camera, have amassed great fortunes, or at least got very rich doing so. But if you're not passionate about it, or maybe you don't want to be in front of the camera each and every single day dancing and fooling around, then we need to level up our opportunity. Level 2, another social media marketing agency. Look, there are a ton of social media marketing agencies around these days. These 15-year-olds who watch videos on YouTube and think that they are contractors now and they can deliver a service to a business and charge a premium for it are all over the place. Owning and running an SMMA is much more complicated than these gurus seem to make it, and I know because I've been there and I've scaled my agency from $0 to $5,000 per month in 4 months, and then I shut it down because it was a nightmare. You have to learn how to keep a brand cohesive, how to do copywriting, how to do email marketing, how to do reach outs, how to do sales, how to do advertising, all those skills in a very short period of time, because those people are paying you and are expecting premium services at the end of the month, aren't they? It's a ton of work, but it's also true that you can delegate this. You can have freelancers who do the work for you, which can give a pay cut from the return that you get, or you could put them on a profit share or a revenue share model. Now, when it comes to the numbers, you can make anywhere from $3,000 per month to $30,000 per month per client. Assuming that you're just a beginner, you won't get to those premium $30,000 per month revenue numbers, but you have a site, a nice social media following presence, and you're willing to do a ton of outreach to get some clients. Let's say you can charge anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 per client to start with. Now, you have to keep in mind, if you go the freelancer route where you have to pay them a premium because they're doing most of the work, you might need anywhere from 5 to 6 clients to your $10,000 per month, and that's not hard to achieve if you're willing to start cold calling, start reaching out to people and businesses who you think need your services, and then become an expert in that field. At this point, all you have to do is oversee the whole operation and become a manager. Your work is just going to be managing clients and managing the workload that's being delivered through email and text. Just do random communication here and there, which is not that bad. But if this doesn't sound too good to you, or you've already tried and got burned, we need to level up our opportunity again. And with this one, you don't need to be in front of the camera, you don't need to do any calls, you barely need to do any work, or at least like that. A number 1 of our list, the smartest path to $10,000 per month is YouTube automation. A YouTube automation channel is nothing else but a delegation channel. Instead of doing all the work ourselves, like writing a script, recording the voiceover, being in front of the camera, editing it, creating the thumbnail, we hire experienced freelancers to do the work for us, while guess who keeps the profit? We. Here's my first ever YouTube automation channel, which, by the way, I started as a 17-year-old broke high school student in a poor Eastern European country. I wasn't making anything for the first few months. As you can see, I started in August of 2020, and by the end of the year, by December of 2020, we started making more than $8,000 each and every single month, which is not only close to our goal of $10,000 per month, but it's also a 6-figure per year income. Essentially, with those channels, guys, we want to switch the focus from the creator, the person who's in front of the camera, in front of the video, to the content that's being created. Think of channels like Watch Mojo or The Bright Side or Top 5s. You don't know who's creating the content, but people still watch them, and a lot of people actually, because of the entertainment or the educational value of those videos. Now, enough with the talking, let's break down the numbers. How can we make $10,000 per month with the YouTube automation channel in 2023 and beyond? There are plenty of channels you can start and a lot of good ideas out there in many different niches, but for this one, let's go with something mainstream that a lot of people might have interest in, like sports. Whether you do basketball, football, or even golf, those are all mainstream niches that will on average pay you $7 per 1,000 views, which at the first look tells us that we need approximately 1.5 million views to make our goal of $10,000, which is a lot, isn't it? Now, some of those channels out there are hitting that on a single video, so it's definitely possible, but the likelihood of you doing that if you're a beginner is very small, and that's why we don't post a single video, but we post 3 per week on average, or 12 a month. Now, with 12 videos, we need each of them to hit over 125,000 views in a month, which is still a lot for some of you. But again, now there are even more channels out there who are doing this consistently, but let's assume that you're not gonna do it as a beginner. And here comes the best part of YouTube automation, the compound effect. The beauty of this business model, guys, is that a video is never dead. It's basically like planting seeds. Not only that you get money for the video the first day, the first week, the first month, the first year, but it also grows. As long as the video gets views, you get money. For example, this video right here that I posted 2 years ago has maybe over $24,000. Yes, a single video maybe over $24,000, but it's still making $15 to $20 each and every single day without me doing anything, which is passive income in the end. Now, I don't believe true passive income exists because you have to put some time in the beginning, but actually, if you want to learn more about this opportunity, guys, watch this video right here.